Miami is being developed kind of like the rest of the world. Right now there's a move towards urbanization. Most of the development is higher density, high rise, all along the eastern seaboard from Brickell to downtown, which is a marked shift from what it used to be back in the 80s, which was a westward migration into single-family subdivision houses out towards the Everglades. It's been a marked shift from suburbanization of Miami to the urbanization of Miami. It's much more efficient. You actually have the ability to spend less on resources and be able to support more people. You tax the environment a lot less because high-rise buildings or more dense buildings are much more efficient as far as the environment's concerned. You don't have a road for 15 houses, you have a road for 500 residents. So really the urban impact is much less great. When you open your door, what's the first thing that you have when you walk out? Like sidewalks. You know, some places don't even have any sidewalks, so if you don't have a place to walk, you're not going to do it. Miami doesn't have that problem. We have sidewalks. We may not have ample sidewalks, wide enough to really make them usable, and/or inviting sidewalks make people want to walk on them. Other things are having uses around you that you want to walk to. I mean, if you have a location that's just residential, you're not going to be able to walk out and go to a supermarket or something else, or your office. So the idea of having a mix of uses around really is inviting as far as allowing people to be active. And then having the ability to leave your place and have transit nearby. You can walk towards a transit station, whether it be a bus stop or a metro station of some kind, and then make that choice to walk out and be active. Proximity to parks and open spaces is if you're 20 minutes away from a park and open space, you're probably not going to walk there. You might consider taking your car, but if you're within 10 minutes of a park and open space, you would probably make the option of walking to that location and then being active once you're there. So it really is about a mix of land uses and a good mix of what people need to have and having them within proximation of where they live. It's much healthier because it allows people to get out to do things that they more often would need to get into an automobile to do if they lived in another context. If you live in a more urban area, typically what happens is not only with the residential, you get services that support that, so that you can take the elevator, go downstairs, walk across the street, and take care of everyday business. Which makes you active because you physically have to get up and do it, and you make the choice to do it because it is easier to get up and walk downstairs and do it than to get in a car and go someplace else. If you walk versus bicycle versus take transit versus take the automobile, it is very clearly healthier to walk and cycle than it is to take an automobile, and it's even healthier to take a transit because you have to walk and stand and do those things than take an automobile. Urbanization to the Central Core is a great move. People coming and living closer together so that services are closer together. There is a relationship between health and the built environment, and active design is the outcome of that. I think that's fantastic, and I believe it's happening at all levels. I think at the policy level, cities and counties and state governments are understanding and writing policy in order to make that happen, whether zoning or land use or comprehensive plans. I think people are wanting to be in places where it's more active. I think developers are providing that to the people because they want to sell their places, and I think people are getting it, and I'm really optimistic.